We're just a few miles west of the Nevada state line in Cedarville, California. Now, we've passed through here on a previous trip, but this time we wanted to get to know the town a little bit better.
So tomorrow we're headed to a monument that's the inspiration for this trip. But today we're headed to the Warner Mountains to do another favorite activity of mine. We're going rock hounding. It's about half an hour drive on highways 299 and 395 to the Davis Creek Mercantile, where we meet JoAnne Homuth, a geologist from the U.S. Forest Service.
Hi, JoAnne.
So what are we going to do today?
We are going to go up and look at the free use permit sites for collecting obsidian.
So rock hounding.
Yep.
I love rock hounding. This is so much fun.
You know you're a rock hound if you have more rocks in your house than in your driveway.
Or in your office and your house.
So we actually have 4 sites, and there are 4 sites that have been active since the 1950s. The 4 sites: North Fork Davis Creek, we have the Needles, we have the Pink Lady, and we have the Rainbow. Needles is popular because the obsidian will shatter into these needle-like pieces. You can tell it's got a tone. People love to get this and make wind chimes out of it. Davis Creek is one of the more popular ones. A little bit of walk to get in there, but it has some really gorgeous rainbow.
So where are we going to go today?
We are going to start with North Fork Davis Creek. The limit that you can get is the equivalent to the volume of 2 5-gallon buckets.
So that can get pretty heavy.
Yes.
I don't think I want to carry an extra 100 pounds around. It's fascinating when you talk to somebody who knows things about rocks. They're interesting. If I'm out by myself, I'm just walking over them, but you know, you're making this way more fun than I would have ever thought.
Rocks are our friends.
I was going to say rocks are fun.
Rocks are our friends.
Cool. Well, let's go check them out.
You can legally collect obsidian from 4 different sites in the Warner Mountains after you acquire your free use permit. JoAnne is taking us to one of them, the Davis Creek Mine.
So this is the North Fork Davis Creek site. And if you're coming up the road this way, you'll know you're here. We've got the gate.
And then how far is it into the actual area where we can start gathering?
A little over 100 feet or somewhere in there.
Very close.
Not very bad.
Just stretch our legs.
Yeah. There's obsidian everywhere,
Yep.
but this isn't the good stuff. The good stuff is further up.
And this is actually not where our permit is good for,
No.
right?
The permit area has signs posted, and you stay within those signs.
So you have to resist temptation
Yeah.
as you walk along
And
this
even I
path.
fall into the temptation.
It's hard to be patient.
Yeah, it is. And so here we are.
Oh, okay. A full hillside of
Yeah.
potential.
Definitely wear pants, shirts. You can see there's virtually no shade here. Sunscreen, water.
So general common sense safety as well.
Yeah. This is the North Fork Davis Creek site. This is probably the most popular site. You can see why.
Yeah,
And we didn't make it very far before you guys were picking up rocks.
I know.
I have a hard time not. It's just shining at you.
Yeah, you can just walk around. You don't have to break rocks. If all you want to do is collect, really easy to come up here and find something you like, whether it's the rainbow. There's banded here showing the flow patterns of the lava. There's a little bit of mahogany in some of this. Beautiful stuff.
And there's historical significance to obsidian, isn't there?
Going far enough back, the Native Americans collected this. It's sacred to them. These sites are open because mining in the 1950s and forward in time destroyed the cultural significance of these sites. When we were developing this program, we worked with the local groups and they had full say in how we developed this. That's why you can't collect on the trail. Also, the better stuff's here.
Yeah.
These guys can attest to that.
Oh, there's like little lines in that one.
Without the gloves, which I should have thought of, I'm being very delicate. Is that the rainbow we're seeing?
Yes, some of these I'm just standing here looking down and I can see rainbow just from my angle. So
That's cool. The color is really rich.
the colors can come in purple, gold, green, blue. Sometimes it's like a silver color, silver iridescence in
Wow.
there.
That's the mahogany there. This one's gorgeous, except I'm afraid to put it in my bag because I think I'm going to break it.
It's very delicate looking. The variety of designs on this is surprising to me. There's so many. You got banding, beautiful.
Well, I brought my hand tools.
Oh, good, yeah. Chris came prepared and I
Yep.
came unprepared.
Going for this one.
That looks like a good candidate.
Okay.
Hard, really hard. There you go.
Oh,
No
there's a big
way.
piece, yeah.
But it does create all kinds of shards.
A trick, if you don't want the sharp edge, is take the big rock, just rub that edge right on the rock.
Oh, you
So
can file it down.
Yeah.
Oh, that's smart. Oh,
Hey, there you go.
I don't know if that one kind of exploded there.
That did explode. But it does give you a sense of what's inside of it, huh? But you really don't need a hammer because you got just beautiful rocks as they are.
There's a lot here just waiting to be found.
Don't get too bogged down here. The permit that you get is good for all 4 sites. It's all good for the entire day from a half hour before sunrise to a half hour after sunset.
Well, I have to say I now agree with Chris. Rocks are fun.
This is a fun stop, but JoAnne has a piece of history to show us, so we follow her back to the highway and north to a turnoff that leads us along the Applegate-Lassen Trail and into the forest.
We are at the Fandango Pass, where the Lassen and the Applegate trails converge. Applegate Trail was pioneered by the Applegate brothers in 1846, and they came through with a crew of 15 people and blazed the trail through.
Can you imagine blazing this trail with what, wagons and horses?
Wagons, no refrigeration, no coolers, packing everything you've got that you're going to need for this trip. So this would have been a really rough trail.
So, and where did they get the name Fandango from?
My understanding is when they came from the east to the west, they came over this pass, saw the valley, and celebrated that they thought their journey was over. And they had a party that night and were dancing the Fandango, which was a popular dance at the time. But while they were celebrating, Native American tribes attacked them at night, and it was a massacre.
And you can imagine, I mean, after all of that hard work, when you see that beautiful valley and all that lush vegetation for the
And thinking
cattle.
that you're coming from that direction, you're coming from the desert of Nevada, going through a valley, up the mountain, down the mountain, across the valley, up the mountain, all the way across. And then you see Surprise Valley, which was noted as being very lush, which is why farmers settled there. It was pretty spectacular after all the dry and all the heat.
I can imagine it would make you feel like dancing a little bit, out of joy.
beautiful country is always worth celebrating, right?
Yeah, absolutely.